Let me welcome all of you guys to the Manelson Raka Talk Show here tonight. Let me welcome my woman Marie Pade. And let me also announce to you guys that Secret for Finance is also joining us. Beatrice Kekman, how you doing, my sister? And my friend and brother Sam Pade, thank you for joining. Darius Benko, thank you. I'll share the show because tonight it's going to be juicy. We does not have a copyright to those music I'm playing here tonight. Let me announce that I don't have a copyright to this music I'm playing here tonight. My friend and brother Sam Pade also. I just getting to love the Grandiland music because the tune, and the musical beat that they get out of their music. My friend and brother listening, Dollar, thank you for coming. Some of the music can cause me that I can want to jump from my seat to dance. This music is really, really interesting. Let me say thank you to the Excellency, His Excellency JNB. And let me say thank you to Nyomdi Kanga Lawrence. the entire legislature. And let me say that salute you guys for doing a handsome job for the Liberian people. And not forgetting the Speaker of the House of Representatives. He is called Richard Nagbe Kun. Thank you, Mr. Kun, for the tremendous job that you are doing for the interests of the Liberian people. And the entire Ministry of State of Presidential Affairs. I just want to take the time to recognize the individual there. Mankula Fofana. Thank you. Cornelia Atopa. Thank you very much for your tremendous work that you are doing. And not forgetting my friend and brother Anthony Ikezeli. And not forgetting Mamaka Dollar. Thank you very much for serving the Liberian people as well. And let me say thank you to His Excellency JMB for the reburial of the two late former president of the Republic of Liberia. His Excellency William Aratobo. Thank you. And not forget the Sammy Doe. Thank you very much for the tremendous work that you did for the interests of the Liberian people as well. The entire Doe family, let us be able to recognize all of you guys tonight. And let us say thank you to the Toba family too as well. And this is a time for peace and a time for reconciliation in our country, man, Liberia. And my friend and brother Henry Yango, thank you for joining. And as we are gearing towards the July 26th celebration in our country, Mama Liberia, even we that in the diaspora, we can celebrate that holiday too. Yeah. But one thing I want to say tonight, I don't have a copyright to those music that I'm playing tonight. I started Olivia Cooper Sonny Way. Thank you for joining. We have some brilliant musicians and too from the Crown Speaking Group. And not forgetting the Bazolan people too. Yeah, thank you too. Someone need to call here for them to be able to interpret this song then to me. Before we dive into the topic tonight, let me say thank you to every one of you guys that are joining me tonight. I'm not forgetting my friend and brother Sam Pade. I'm not forgetting my friend and brother Henry Iyango and a female general, Satat Olivia Cooper Sonny Way. I'm not forgetting my own Oma Marie Pade. As we don't have a copyright on this music that I'm playing here tonight, what will be the topic that we'll be discussing tonight? I will be looking at the president of the republic. His interview with Front Page Africa today, and the confirmation hearing of the justice, the Chief Justice of the Republic of Liberia, Nyami Bese. We'll be looking at the President of the United States sent a gift to our President of Liberia. What that gift is.
In 2022, September 27, 2022,
Yeah.
the government of Saudi Arabia transferred a amount of 2.5 million to us as Ministry of Foreign Affairs, 500,000 for full aid, $2 million for the restoration of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. In 2022, September 27, when we keep on the General Assembly, the minister and the deputy minister, Madam Tiamo Dongi Sayo, had that information for us. When our ambassador have communicated with us, our ambassador from Africa have communicated with us at the General Assembly, that the people with our account and they are rating the foreign ministry, the foreign ministry are transferring their account. But we keep a senior management meeting. Kimia hid that information for us until formally I raised that issue in senior management meeting. When you hear the same formula and Kimia got that polling, or Maxwell and Kimia with that polling, there was an issue that we have with Kimia. Because that money was for foreign ministry, for the users of foreign ministry. 500,000 for full aid and 2 million for the real restorations of the foreign ministry. When we raised that issue, Kimia said that money was transferred to the escrow account and he never informed all about either of us as senior management until we raised the issue in senior management meeting. That he and Summit West transferred that money in escrow account. Today, we did not lay out on that money. Today, the money that renovated our foreign ministry, the Moroccan government gave us 1.5 million for the renovation, also for the foreign ministry. Is the money they took, the use of the foreign ministry, the battles. In fact, the contractor company that were used, it was a contractor company of Tiamo Dongi Fire, who is the deputy minister of administration. Her own contractor company was the one that renovated the foreign ministry. And when we raised the issue of conflict of interest, we were a local here. Look, let me just tell you, any government that want to succeed, you cannot run the government on friendship. You will not succeed. We raise the issue. I respect President Weah. I owe that to him, but he allowed a lot of things to happen to then allow our government out of the power, all the power. We raised the issue. We were keeping cabinet meetings. The last cabinet meeting was held in Qatar, and the issue was where. But he said, let's be back on, and let's hold together. Let's turn a new page. But yet, those ministers in the ministry was the head of entity. We're not related to the Davides. We're not related to the assistant minister of the Telegraph. The government of Saudi Arabia sent that amount of ready 29,000 bed rights. It was for the National Disaster Management Committee. We had a ceremony in the conference house of the foreign ministry. During the 10-hour ceremony, they went at the warehouse to tell the world. If you see the rice, the rice was in a green and white bear. There is no rice that came with green and white. There's some other rice, the bear on the rice is different from any other rice bear in Liberia. The 2 green stripes on there with the white bear with the 2 green stripes. So it was an extraordinary rice to help disaster people who have disaster victims. Now,
control the mic, Stanton. No, you have not. You have not. If you are not controlled, I will interject. You have sacrificed nothing for the party. You have used this institution to enrich yourselves. You are the guys who support George Weah with the corruption. You go to the central bank, you sign those checks. You were a truck driver in America. I brought you from the U.S. to Liberia and made you grievance committee chair. When you became grievance committee chair after your anger with George Weah, for which he did not want to see you, I reconcile you two issues and said, D12 come, we need you in this struggle. You came, you listened, you sold out. You went to Amaracon and right now you work for Ellen. Some of the information that is even going for sanction committee is coming from you. We know who you are. You are the one who dished out Miguel because you have a competition with him about controlling George Weah. Don't come on this show and put up any minister of finance posture. When I knew you, you had nothing. To me, who you are is someone who came from nothing and decided to join the bandwagon to steal from the Liberian people. When you call me a disruption, And you say, George, we are ascendancy to leadership today has nothing to do with my advocacy. We have 6 other Liberians here, except for Key Hassan come from Guinea. Those Liberians will tell you that our George Solo, man standing up against Madam Salif, man standing up against the UP, man having principles, make CDC what it is today. The discussion we are having about where CDC is going, where sanctions are being imposed, where you have the audacity to tell me that we are having economic growth, that Liberia is growing, when a foreign nation is imposing sanctions on you. When you detour who own things that you could never imagine you will own. Because when the president said, I want 25 million, your care doing your take out your own affair. I'm telling you something today. You can make all your big name. You can go to your Sakamo tree. You are very good with language. You can take respect Magalo, you can take respect me. But there's a day you detour, you will stand on in corruption code. All that money where you're stealing, all the big English where you're speaking, you will speak it to judges because you will not go free. Georgia will not go free. Our dream that was stolen, our revolution that was stolen, our people that are suffering, you will pay for it. So you can.
Well, you go ahead.
Yeah, Mr. President, now the Anti-Graft Commission, which is the Liberia Anti-Corruption Commission, have already come up with their investigation and found out that these 3 individuals or 5 individuals were, linked to corruption. They did things that were not in, accordance with, the international best practice. So you, as the commander-in-chief and president of the Republic of Liberia, are you going to have them, suspended or pending, investigation, or what is going to be your next plan of action?
What is that the final verdict of the founding, or
the investigation was conducted by the LACC and the found that Jenna Cooper, who is the Minister of Agriculture, misused $180,000.
I would like to start a discussion like this. Let us be frank. It's like President Josh Manewia, he did not know what he was doing. At the presidency, this guy did not know what he was doing. It's like Miguel was the man managing the entire show. And let's say Kima will find it. They are asking you, and then you asking them again, whether is that they are finding. For God in heaven's sake. I strongly believe that God in heaven is annoyed with us. Why we have to elect a footballer? A man, instead of him using his brain, the man used his foot. God is seriously annoyed with us. And that is the reason why I strongly believe that when the president of the republic, JMB, visited the Pope, he along with the former speaker at the time, the Pope told him that there is a need for a reburial. That is the only way that that country called Liberia, will be set free. I strongly believe God was still annoyed with us for the fact that we look at someone who does not understand the operation of a government. We gave the person the highest seat in the land. I strongly believe God, we got to continue to ask for forgiveness.
At last, we were able to get Mbalu, stand chairperson, Mobile Madu, the former chairman for CDC. Thank you very much, Chairman. Thank you for joining us tonight. The allegation about you've been killed so many times, information coming forth. Welcome to this phone talk. You are live.
Thank you. On the 5th of May, I just came from a meeting and was on my way home and took the route from around the 101 gas station area going towards Dubai Road Junction. As soon as I arrived at the intersection where there's a traffic light, I was compelled to come to a halt because of the traffic light, and then instantly on my left hand, two persons disembarked a moving motorbike. So a lady dressed in short jeans trousers walked to my vehicle and started knocking on the vehicle, first gently, then it got louder from time to time. So in no time, like in split seconds, it became violent and she was hitting at my vehicle. I was driving, I was in the Range Rover that is tinted. So they had no way of knowing, which specific location I was in on the vehicle.
So let us try to make some sense out of the allegation from model by model. The first question I will ask here is, how long has model by model been in opposition / advocacy since after?
So Mobile Molu claiming that the security apparatus were telling him. Let us take it as that. The car that was tinted, or the car that is tinted, how can the police or the security apparatus in our country know that for the weather Mobile Molu in our car? A car that is tinted, to the extent that when you stand outside of the car, you cannot be able to identify who is driving. Then the brother telling us that the security apparatus were telling him, come on, let us be able to put some breaking pieces together here. Mother Molu, he is known for lying. This guy is known for lying. This guy is a pathological liar. Number one, Mother Molu was the guy who said, maybe some of you guys have forgotten. Mother Molu was the guy who said that he went to Ghana and he met with Barack Hussein Obama, the United States president. When he came back, he was making rounds, going to radio station from radio station to radio stations, making it look like he and Barack Obama have talked. The embassy have to come out to be able to flag. The embassy came out with a statement saying that Mobile Molu, there was in no time that Mobile Molu met with the president of the United States. Before the pathological liar, before that whole going to Ghana cease. Let us leave that. Mobile Molu was the guy who, after he had denigrated the presidency, Mobile Molu was the guy who said that President Weah, when you go ask for help, any help that that country gave to Liberia, that the president can be able to invest that money into his own personal account. When they touched Mobile Molu said it was a Laker talk. Come on, guys. Let us be real here. We know they stand and they will remain standing. Send their name is stand, they will remain standing. Because a stand / CDC.
Down. Every time you stay by my side,
A good system of governance called democracy that has three pillars, fundamental pillars. Through my analysis, you already know that the Elections Commission is wrong. Right? The legislature is wrong. Wrong because President declared himself, he said by Umar, he said, I am a redeemed speaker. President Boyka went to the press and read a prepared text. He attacked the Supreme Court. He undermined the Supreme Court. He challenged their ruling.
It is bothering me to think that Moba Molo actually went to school. It is bothering me right now. I think that Moba Molo, the man don't know the differences between the power that the national legislature gave to the National Election Commissions. The man does not know the power that the National Election Commission have. The man is standing there without his opium mouth, stating that the National Election Commission is wrong because Rachel Kuhn declared himself as speaker. What does the National Election Commission have to do with that? The National Election Commissions, their four duties is to conduct an elections in the country. That is the National Election four duties. The act that created the National Election Commission. National Legislature, before the National Legislature can be able to sit down, they must go for elections. And that elections is conducted by the National Election Commissions. Before, when the president tenure ends, before the president can be able to take on another tenure, the Constitution says that the president needs to go for a re-elections. The Constitution also makes us to understand that any political party that is established in our country, that political party, it is government in waiting. Now, how come when you come with your opium mouth stating that the National Election Commission should be able to revoke Richard Nagbeku because the mayor went one of the occasions that the mayor was speaking, because the mayor said that he's a regime speaker. What does that have to do with National Election Commission? So that is where I come from to say that Israel's brother does not know his A and B. Something is wrong with this guy that they call Mobake Molu. Something is wrong with him. The man does not know which of the government have which of the power. The National Legislature, which power they have. The executive, which power they, and the judiciary, which power they have. Mobake Molu does not know that. Anyway, but let me warn that if you having your child, and I'm gonna make this very, very much clear. If you're having your child that is waiting for July 17th for them to be able to jump into the street, advise them. Advise them because they are requesting, they said, peaceful march. The police have made themselves available for them. The police and the Justice Ministry have made it very clear that anyone caught in violating or vandalizing any government property, that person will be dealt with according to the law. The government is not joking. this government, we have not come to joke. No. All the time, all the dancing, all the munya dancing you guys are doing, that day has passed. That day is gone. Serious men at work. We will not allow for these hooligans. Some of them are good people. Some of the seditionists are good people. But vast majority is like when they go under that sycamore tree, they can think otherwise. They can think differently. Let me play you quick basic confirmation today.
Vis-a-vis inconsistency, if there is any. Your response will convince me. What did you actually dissent from your original position in the House, the Speaker versus the House case? What actually did you dissent? Question.
All right. If the chair will allow me to answer that, I will. I've said, beside law, ordinary English, when you declare something, you put period. You don't put exclamation mark. The law says that one can only revert to the Supreme Court when the Supreme Court gets an opinion. If the Supreme Court gets Monday, and that Monday was not enforced or is being enforced irregularly, that's the only way you can come to the Supreme Court. The issue that was before was in Reed. In Reed is a declaratory judgment. We declared a right for two sides. One side decided to come back to us on bail of information. That was an improper way of coming back to us. Assuming that that right we declared was violated, that party has the opportunity to go to the court below. Court below will take evidence who violated it, when it was violated, how it was violated. Then the will come to us.
Mr. Namini,
yeah.
The matter in question didn't go before the lower court.
No.
Then how was the party expected to go before the lower court?
The right had been declared. If you read my dissent, I'll give you an example. In 2020, there was a Liberian fellow from Liberia who went to the airport and took $12 million. He came here to do business with. He may use the money. The issue came to us through declaratory judgment. We declared the right. We gave order that the money should be paid back. We were brought back to attention by the law that declaratory judgment does not give order. Therefore, you cannot. We considered and we send the party back to go and file the appropriate action. As we speak, the matter is before the Commercial Court. Airport Court just testified. So we are correcting ourselves that declaratory judgment had no infringing power. How then can we now, in less than 3 years, come back and give declaratory judgment as enforcement power? That was what I'm talking about. So it's not the merit of whoever they're coming to or the merit of it. The question is you cannot come to this court on bail of information when we did not give mandate to the court below. And there was no mandate. There was no contradiction. And I'm saying that if they build a house and somebody let it go and coming through the window, that's what we're talking about.
So why did you declare ultra-virus when you agree with the majority opinion on December 6th?
I'm sorry, saying that I don't understand me. We said, Kofa and his group, you are a minority group, you are the senator, you are the speaker, you are recognized, but you cannot proceed without a quorum. This one and the group, we know you are a majority, but you cannot do anything without a speaker. Both rights were declared. Assuming that Kofa believed that that right was declared was being violated, you are not to come back to on bail information because the law says you cannot come back bail because we did not send any money to do.
In fact, you did not declare anything on December 6th. You only explained.
We declare on December 6th that you are the speaker, but you cannot proceed because you don't have a quorum and you didn't give up any rule and there is no law as to how we can get quorum to come to. We declare that. It's
So
clearly
they,
declared.
so they, in your view, 4 members of the bench flipped.
Oh yes,
Okay,
that's the decision I sent back up to today.
okay. Let's proceed, sir. When you came for your confirmation, I was concerned about this thing about injunction and prohibition. It was my view then, still is, that the court may be a contributing factor to some of the disputes in the country because the way it handles injunction and sometimes prohibition. For instance, it takes the Supreme Court almost forever to hand down rulings in some matter that is before it for prohibition. The government's agenda is to fight corruption. And if, for instance, one matter goes before the Supreme Court on prohibition in the fight against corruption, the Supreme Court takes about 9 months to hear such a writ, which they could hear and then allow the lower court to proceed. A case in reference, the arrest, the access recovery and case and gracious ride. It took the Supreme Court 9 months to hand down ruling on a writ of prohibition, whether the lower court can proceed or not to proceed, or whether the asset recovery institution can proceed or not. Don't you think that this delay, in my view, is in breach of the spirit of the Constitution that talks about fair, impartial, and speedy trial? Question.
Well, in the first place, I don't think so. I don't believe so. One has to understand how the Supreme Court works. When the matter is on trial in the court below, and the party chooses to go to the justice in chamber on prohibition, certiorari, or any other remedial writ, the law says the justice in chamber has the right to call a conference and determine whether there is a reason to issue the writ. By the time the justice issues a conference and determine that there is magnitude to issue the writ is issued, the party has to be served and given time to file their return. And when the return is filed, the party given time to come to what they call argument. When argument is made, the justice has to rule. And when the justice rules, the party has the right to appeal before the full bench. Before you go through that process, maybe 1 or 2 months would have passed already. And when the case enters the full bench, the bench is not on duty to hear it that time because case entering the full bench is targeted for the following term. So the bench will not come back to that case to hear it. Obviously, no matter how urgent it is, the court is on duty to target it for the following term. By the time the following term, what we do is we take all the motions that are on the calendar, we say we deal with first, we deal with all bill and information first, then we go to ruling coming from the chamber. So that is the process. That process is laid down by the rule. Except you, the representative and senator, decide to change it. That's the rule. That rule was with. So it doesn't contribute.
You made a rule. The judiciary, through your judicial canon, made a rule. So do you think, in the spirit of reform, do you think the legislature should take up a reform issue like setting timelines for how long motion issues can stay before a judge?
Thank you, Senator.
Yeah.
If I'm convinced that one thing I intend to do, our law has so many irrelevant portions, so many active ruling or statutes that have no relevance to us. So we need to have a committee between you and ourselves, so we are the end user of the law, to say these particular things are wasting our whole time. We need to remove them. But we cannot do it ourselves, but we are not lawmakers.
The issue about land dispute,
Yeah.
which is a serious problem. I'm also convinced that the court is a contributing factor. And how do I mean? The probate court will probate a parcel of land. on Palantir Road, a particular spot. Somebody else will carry deed for that very particular spot. And the public will probably here too. Then another person will come bring land deed with a meets and bounds from that very particular place. And that very public code will probably here. What do you think we can do to mitigate this? Because if the court is a place to resolve crisis or disputes, and the court is a contributing factor, what do we do?
Well, firstly, Senator, when these are taken to the probate court for provision, that judge is not a technician. He's not a surveyor. He may not even know where the deed is coming from. All that is required is he should placard that deed within 3 days time to see if anybody has objection. If that is a plat to, it's a plat by, and that nobody raises objection, you just go ahead and prove it. He may not know the location of the land. So if somebody brings subsequently, how do you expect objection? This is part of our fundamental problem as a country. For instance, in other countries, when you buy a piece of land in Montreal County, the person who got that land will bring the original deed. And that original deed, the court will, whoever buying the land from, the land administrator, whatever in that district, will cut that portion off and cross it out and issue new deed to him as a remaining land. But that policy has never existed in Liberia. So it makes our land issue complex. Everywhere in the whole country is complex that way. So the judge who is sitting in that court does not have that technical know-how to know the particular land, the particular one line, the particular location or name kind or broken or whatever is the one that he brought in for. All you know, you apply, you comply with the rule of the law that says, put it on the board, let somebody see who our objection, let him raise it. If you raise that objection, then you will back out here, then the job will go into the final.
Mr. Domini, don't you think the court also has a duty of care? For instance, if we're looking at the future of reform to reduce and mitigate some of these things, there are actions the court can take. If you digitalize that area and have a database, and somebody brought one land and it is in that database, mixed and bound, the next day another person brings a deed and they put it in that system, it will pop up. Oh yeah, that reform, that's the way to make progress. But when you say the judge can do anything, the court can do anything, it means, sorry, 1 minute. Yeah. Then it suggests to me that there is no plan and no vision for reform. Yes.
The duty of care that the court has must be within the framework of the law. You must pass the law. The law that you have passed so far that control the public could say when the deed is brought to you, placard it and make sure that there is no objection. Now the question of digitalizing, you need to provide the money. We have just started the process. If you follow our strategic plan,
no, so that you want to say that. I mean, you want us to fund the digitalization, or you want us to make new law to take the digitalization? Because from your response is that we will pass law. I'm saying that reform action there. It doesn't require law.
No, I'm not saying require law.
You say we should pass a law to do that.
I said what we want is whatever we are doing now, it must be within the framework of the law. Your first question to me, you're going to have a duty. I said we have a duty, but that duty must fall within the framework of the law. We should not do anything that is not within the law. What the law is now, that what we are doing. But as a question of this, I agree with you. But it requires funds. That's the reason why our strategic 5-year planning fund here digitalization. But we need the money to be able to do it.
Mr. Chairman, are you for now with the opportunity to return?
You see, Judge Yami Kokwebese, that old man is a gift. That old man is a gift to our country. Although he and myself, we're here from the same country, Nima, but that old man is a gift. What gift are I talking about? I'm talking about the legal gift. Being a lawyer and be legally inclined are two different things. Senator Dillon He understand the law because he were lawyers. So when you were lawyers, over and over, you learn from them. Josh Yemi Kokwe Gbese, now first look at this man's background. This man did not go to any international school. No. This man did not go to any international school before you will be thinking that, oh, your Josh went to this school here abroad. No. Josh Gbese went to the UL and he graduated bachelor degree in history. That was interesting, right? The man graduated with a bachelor degree in history and emphasis in government. The man took the bar test, the Louis Arthur Graham School of Law. The man took the test. The man punched A. That is to tell you that this man, that we should watch out for him. That we should be able to watch out for Josh Gbese. Because this man is gifted. Look at what the man explaining to other international, because that play there were other internationals, organizations that were well seated at the back of the Senate. They were listening. Before you think that this man came in New York, he went to school in Switzerland, this man went to school in Iraq, this man went to school in Boston. No. This man, he did all of his schooling in the Republic of Liberia. That is one. Two, you guys know that when this man was sacking George, oh yes, he was a principal-minded man. He is still a principal-minded man up to today, Josh Gbese. This is a man who told the Lebanese at the time, he was having one Lebanese case. The opponent begging with thousands of dollars. Josh Gbese said no. That is a man that we call man with integrity. Now, and then 2 cents, 5 cents they gave you, then a qualifier. No. Josh Gbese said, I am doing that not for myself, but for my children to come. Because whatsoever I do here will not haunt me tomorrow, but will haunt my children and my great-grandchildren. And he was right. I'm not be able to go to the next topic of our discussion tonight.
The President, what would you say is your biggest takeaway from this summit with President Trump?
I believe is a good opportunity to get to meet the new leadership, to also get to feel the direction that they are taking. And incidentally, the this is supposed to be a foreign policy that is based on economic diplomacy and commercial. And in fact, we are already on track. So we just came to get acquainted with them and then make sure that we all align ourselves with what they want to do. Because we want to see a Liberia that will be transactional, a Liberia that will seek after developing its own resources, making them available for its own citizenry. So it was a good opportunity to get it from the horse's mouth.
Prior to today's meeting, Liberia was elected to Security Council. Another effort from the government to make this happen. What are your expectations during this time when Liberia is on this council?
Incidentally, Liberia happened to be the country that I've been a founding member of the UN, from the League of Nations, the UN, United Nations, and we believe this is an opportunity. And talking about our own history, we've been like a troubled child within the Committee of Nations. They've given us a chance now to show that we are mature, that we are responsible, and that we'll be able to bring to the table all of the knowledge we have and the discipline we have to contribute to a wider society. And we are prepared to do that.
During the press briefing yesterday, you mentioned to President Trump your desire to have the U.S. survey some of our mineral resources. China did something similar before. What's the difference between this one and what you want the Americans to do?
China did 2 counties, Lofa and Maryland, and they said we had 47 minerals. Very strategic. We want to know the minerals we have in the entire country. It will give us a better opportunity to plan for the use of our mineral and the management of it. In fact, I have a feeling that it's about time that we know that.
This is what I was saying. There are some of us that don't understand when the old man speaking English. Especially my friend and brother Stanton Waterspoon. The man said that, the people said that China came to conduct a survey. Why would we be saying that the American people should come to conduct another survey? When the people said that the Chinese, they did 2 counties. Liberia comprised of 15 counties, folks. Liberia comprised of 15 counties. So 2 counties, and the Chinese have come to say, yes, you guys having for the soil mineral resources underground from these 2 counties, Lofa and Bon. From these 2 counties, Liberia have 41 minerals. So what happened to Babalu? What happened to Cape Mount? What happened to Bombay? What happened to Riverside? Grand Direct? Nimba? So when the man speaking, it will be good that you listen to him. Before you come, you be spreading out gibberish. Because that pure nonsense. That I call that nonsense because if you did not understand the paper well, and you come in because you have more to talk, because you now a motivator, because you have more to talk, the people would listen to you. but they will not be able to carry your message. You think JMB don't know how many counties the Chinese carry on their survey through? If it was the entire country, what would be the reason of going to the United States to go to tell the United States president, hey, we need you guys to come to carry on a survey? Sit down and think about that for a minute. But my friend and brother, sometimes you can put on yourself. Sometimes water spoon can sometimes put on yourself. Sometimes water spoon, he does not know what he can be saying. All of them were laughing. It is better for you to be able to understand the old man. We understand that you want to go to be able to talk some of your nonsense talk. We know that. But it is good that you understand the old man well before going on the social media to go spread your gossip. I call that gossip.
Mr. President, His Excellency the President of the United States of America, Donald J. Trump, has sent to our embassy, which I received on your behalf, a gift to you, Your Excellency, on the occasion of your visit to the White House on this July 9, 2025. He expresses the relationship and the appreciation for the relationship and looks forward to us forging deeper partnership in the years to come. Yes.
That was a gift for the war president to our president. It will interest you for you to be able to know that upon the president's return, Donald J. Trump were able to send a gift. I'll say kudos to our president on that. But let me play you a clip.
Crossing the bridge to talk to our people. Senator Koro Kene is right here at the Bamutan Bridge, and this is Port of Bapuru, inside Bapuru, is what you are listening to and following. These are the people, the senator coming to talk to these people. I'm from the Mosurado, I'm from the Bopuru City Inn. So the senator is right here. Hello. Should be talking to them. Good afternoon to
First of all, we want to say sorry for the inconveniences we have caused you people. Because we were supposed to notice you, but we want to say sorry for that. And again, if it is not urgent, it will not be forceful. So beg you, at least thank God you're very patient. You will soon be crossing, and we have to encourage development. Maybe people may ask why they are using the belly bridges instead of concrete. But what I want to say for you people to understand This road plotting from Monrovia to the city of Bopolu is supposed to be quota. And by the grace of God, it will be quota. We cannot use the resources to put concrete here. At the end of the day, we damage the concrete money. So instead, we are using the Bailey Bridge temporarily. Then from there, this can be relocated to another area. Yes. Then the concrete bridge will be there. So people will be asking why Musa Belete want to come. We deny. We are not denying Musa Belete. If only he can come and agree to our specs, he can do the bridge. We are not denying. But again, our contract cannot take the road and leaving the bridge out. But our people will not understand. And we have to make them to understand that we are not denying Musa. There are so many bridges in Bapoli. If Musa Belete want to construct a bridge, we got areas to carry Musa Belete. Has so many areas. Yeah. It's a national road. There's a primary road leading to the county city. If we give it to an individual, it's like you're disgracing the government. Because you cannot get a national road to an individual to construct. That's impossible. So I'm only talking to you people to understand. As you listen to the message, you will relate it to the other people that the government is willing to work. We want this road to be quota. The past 6 years, the bridge was like this. No one came to it to say this and that. But we told you in our campaign that if Joseph Boakai becomes the president of the republic, develop as we wanted to do.
Boy bese kuma budu masajo idea ku ka nyame kwa Labua Karo.
Afaka Bisabila.
Bisabila. I demanga ka no nize. Mwabe kubeka wedu tembulu. Kaponi asenga. I made mejani.
Say talk mando. Kuma.
Mumba ni wasi zola. Kada mina okeniwe. Ndadi ndabu bebeke. Se mategira. Fa I fire tu na kafa fa gira kunde. Bisabila kai I dinyanye sano nize. Abe tola abe bunya kasimbi ya maambu beni. Momo siti sinya bara kasemi ndota. Adinyanye bisabila kusano nize maigi.
Donc we mi ya la bi.
Na kadinya ala tadinya ko. We mimi ya na biwolele me sonja na biwolele. De koko sonja obi for ne musomia sonja. Akabe asengu mema. We sonja mo si ni sonja ayo. Bisabila. Zoka ala soka uzo.
Bon, mo ya kuma me ne mo me fi maza ne wo mo ebetele ne sine karole. Lajine Masanda prefeti Masanda superfeti daro me ne sine karole. Bo de musomini ne fada mo a sanji tanu worole ne. Me janga odamna na bu fada sanji wonrale ne. Adeni ndoite me a famille dwebese.
Because of the pain this woman is going through. because of the pain this woman is going through. Because of this pain, I understand that maybe you, as our brother and sister, you want to give. But maybe the payday have not yet come yet. There's no money in the checking or in the saving account yet. I understand you. I understand you on that. I understand you on that. But let us please, even that $1, $2, $5, $10, $100, whatever amount that God lay on your heart, please let us be able to help this lady. Because, like I was saying, sickness does not know beauty. No. This lady, she is very much beautiful. Beautiful young girl. But because of the sickness, you see how the lady looking. So let us be able to try. At least let someone be able to say, the Abraka Talk Show, try. The Abraka Talk Show try to help that lady. Her foot was swollen. But since they sent her money, she was able to do a surgery. Because that surgery need that surgery. And you know, in Africa, surgery is not kind of go eat. It's real money. It's real money. So I'm just appealing to our viewers, to some of our brothers here tonight. I will call John Falani. I will call Marie Padani. I will call some of my constant viewers. Because when I saw this woman fought, oh Lord, if to say that what happened to my sister, I did not waste no time. I decided to download that video onto my page so that when I come here tonight, I can be able to play it so that the humanitarians can be able to see that. So that the humanitarian can be able to see that. I know some of you guys have the means for you to be able to help that our sisters. She's a Liberian too. But the lady all the way in Lofa Way. The ladies all the way in Lofa Way. If even you having some of your relatives who are medical doctors in our country, Liberia, if you want for her to be able to leave from there to go to Monrovia, we can do that too. Because their fourth issue is not a small issue. Emmanuel Payne, we are not hearing you. Okay, yeah, I understand. Yeah. My friend, brother Tanu Jala, this is a time now. Voice of Lava Zulu. Huh? Satan, this is a time. Let us be able to help your sisters. No man will be able to look at her with her feet looking solid like that. I believe her boyfriend that she was even dirty. before her foot could get swallowed, that boyfriend had jackpot. Let us please help this girl. Let me play your the clip once more because they get Benny ready play on me.
Boy, bese kuma budu. Masajoy. Idea kuwe kanyame kwa.
Jwabu ka.
Afake bisa bila.
Bisa bila. Ai de menga ka no nize. Mo be ko beke we do tembo. Ka koni asenga. Ai ma de mejani.
Sisi toke mando. Kuma.
Mungu bani wasi zora. Kada mina okeni we. Ndadi ndabu bebeke. Se mate gira fa ai fa ira tu na ka fa gira kunde. Bisa bila kai ai dinyanya sano nize abe tola abe bunya kasimbi ya maambu beni. Mo si tisinya bara kasemi ndota. Ai dinyanya bisa bila sano nize maigi.
Donc we mi ya la bi.
Na kadinya ala tadinya ko. We mi ya na biwolele me sonja na biwolele. De koko sonja oli ni musomia sonja. Akabe asengu mema. We sonja mo si ni sonja ayo. Bisa bila. Zoka
You know the Oma she cannot speak English, so I don't blame the Oma. But the Oma having someone who can understand that dialects, which is Madingo. That Madingo that Oma was speaking. We were able to run ahead to so many people who were not Madingo. We were able to run ahead to so many people. But this is our time. This is the time that someone calling for a head. If you're having $5, $1, $2, $10, $20, $150, $100, whatever amount do you have? I'm begging you. Let us help this young lady. Let us help the Oma. Because helping, you thinking that help that you're running to another person, that help will not go in vain. The number to send your cash out on is 215-266-6509. It is Abraka. That is the number to be able to send your cash out on. If that's Zelle, I know you guys also want to send the money to Zelle. If that's Zelle, the Zelle number is 973-474-6886. Please. Myself, I will contribute. I cannot contribute with all my followers. In fact, I will upload this lady on our page. And if possible, for me to be able to fund a GoFundMe for her. Because this is not a small thing. If we fail, and I know that we will not fail, I know that. I know that we will not fail. I know that we will not fail. I know that we will not fail. When an attempt for us to be able to fail, then I will be left with no option but to fund a GoFundMe for her. This It's not a small thing. The girl was just walking something, just went and took her foot. And the foot just keep getting swallowed. Just keep getting swallowed. Amen. Let us help. Let us help. Let us be able to help this our sister so that she can be able to get a good treatment. The number again is 215-266-6509. That is the Cash App number. My sister Marie Pade, thank you, yeah. And once again, the number is 215-266-6509. That is the Cash App number. And the number is 973-474-6886. I'm my own Pop Jala. Thank you. I'm my friend and brother Emmanuel Tier. Thank you, yeah. I'm my friend and brother Tano Jala. Thank you, yeah. But let us be able to help my sister. Let us be able to help someone's sister, yeah. Your help will not be going in vain. And the place you are taking that money from me, God multiply that place. My sister Siata, thank you for tuning in. Robert Richard, thank you for tuning in, yeah. My friend and brother Sam Pade, where are you? Mayama for Fana Kamara. Thank you. Mayama Kamara. Thank you plenty, mama. On this note, I will let to draw down the curtain of the Manelson Abraka talk show. and let us try. Let us try in our weak way, in our little power, for us to be able to help someone.